we have a unique structure, which is the 5 campuses all over Europe.
Let's talk about
so
the
leverage
five.
that.
I'd like to hear about those 5 campuses because, again, it sounds great. You're all over Europe.
Yeah.
But where do I study? Where am I based? And how do I get around all these campuses?
So the idea is the program is split into 3 different parts. Did we decide to do that? Because we want them to have both a local network through the core courses and a global network at the level of the continent through the rest of the program. So they have both. I mean, if you go for a global MBA, you have a global network, but you have no real connections with the local business people. With our system, you have both.
But for that global bit to really be meaningful, you've got to pay a lot more money.
You can, I think, if I remember well, you can limit the whole program with something like 12 or 13 weeks. I mean, you can focus all the core courses. We have a track for that in only 5 weeks, and then you have the electives and the seminary. I mean, it's not
well, I don't have to do an MBA that has 5 campuses. I could just stay in one campus in the city I live in.
Okay,
and it might be a bit less inconvenient.
But to update your knowledge, it's a very good idea to go back to the school. And it maintains contacts with the school, with the participants.
I can see how it's good for the school.
Yeah.
It's more income, and it keeps the alumni coming back.
One of the keys of this program is to select the best mix of people. So we make sure that the people...
beforehand or during? Yeah. The thing is, just career progression sounds like a compliment, but actually, does it just mean that people come in at a much lower base than other MBA programs, so of course they leave at a higher place?
I don't think so, because usually they're also candidates for other programs. We are not alone on the market, of course. But there's a large number of the people we accept who come here.
So nobody is top of the class?
No.
So if I'm an employer and I want to hire one of your graduates, I have no idea of his level in the class?
They are all the best.
They're all the best.
I mean, that's part of our culture. We don't make any difference between culture. Second worst reason you could choose our program, I don't know. What I see usually is that the worst candidates we have during the interviews are people who start with, I want to add something to my resume.
What's the single best business decision you've made since the EMBA?
I would say it's a decision that's related to other people. I was in Paris on my own, developing our business, and I think I realized that it has to be a collective effort. I think I brought in more people and gone out to get more advice from others instead of maybe having a little ego drive of thinking I can just get it done by myself.
In the whole experience of your EMBA, was there one really surprising thing that happened to you?
I became pregnant.
Which professor can we thank?
My husband, of course.